guys, Will here with W.T.F car reviews, and today we're going to be reviewing the all-new 2023 Ford Explorer XLT.
And a huge thanks to Zach and the rest of the management and staff here at Ford of Port Richey for making this review possible. I'll leave a link to their inventory below, and if you're looking for a new car or truck in the Port Richey, Tampa, Clearwater area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out. And as for Zach.
And for those of you guys who don't know, the Explorer replaced the two-door Bronco 2 as Ford's midsize SUV back in 1991. The first 4 generations of the Explorer sat in a body-on-frame, rear-wheel drive-based platform. For 2011, however, Ford switched the Explorer to a unibody front-wheel drive-based platform, which was completely fine for the V6, 3.5-liter V6, and the 2.3-liter EcoBoost engines. However, for the 3.5-liter higher output EcoBoost, cranking out over 350 horsepower, over 350 pound-feet of torque, that platform with its front-wheel drive-based all-wheel drive was just simply not enough. My dad actually had a 2018 Platinum with a 3.5 EcoBoost, and he decided to tune it, and yeah, it was just simply not enough to get that power sent to the ground. For 2020, however, Ford reintroduced the Explorer under a rear-wheel drive platform for the 6th generation that you see here. It's still a unibody, however, the rear-wheel drive should greatly improve the driving dynamics. The all-wheel drive system's, of course, rear-wheel drive base 2. For 2023, there's a new available red jewel metallic paint color. The 2023 Explorer starts a tick under $37,000. The top trim for the 2023 Explorer is the King Ranch with a base price of $54,000. Here we have the XLT with a base price of $38,570. What else we get for that money? Let's jump right in. So up front, you notice the dark accent styling that comes equipped in the XLT Sport Appearance Package. That also gives us these 20-inch trims, which we'll check out in 1 second. The XLT Sport Appearance Package also gives us all these other gray accented badges and black accents all throughout this SUV. I'll leave a link right here to show you exactly everything that's available on this package. We also get the high equipment group for the XLT here too. I'll leave a link right here, show you all the features available with that. That gives us more premium touches here and there. ActiveX seats. However, the Sport Appearance Package also gives us different seats. It's just the high equipment group gives us power seats. We'll get into more detail about that once we get inside. Up front, you notice your dark Explorer badging that comes equipped on the XLT Sport Appearance Package, same with this dark accented grille and dark inlays for the headlights. All new LED headlamps too, those are updated for 2022, the previous model year, and solid airflow for the radiator up top, intercooler down below. We have an LED daytime running strip right up top. It's not actually flickering in real life. 2 tiers for the high and low beam, 4 separate LEDs for the headlights. The lights themselves say Explorer right on the outside of them. Wheel and tire setup, as you mentioned, we get these gray accented 20-inch rims, 5-piece lug pattern wrapped in 255/55 R20 Pirelli Scorpion Zero all-season tires. These 255 wide tires, out rear especially, should really help put the power down, even though we only have rear-wheel drive here for this 2023 Explorer. Continuing along, we have an Explorer badge lettering right outside for the rocker panel side skirt area with some gunmetal gray accents that comes equipped in the Sport Appearance Package too. Blacked out mirror caps also for the Sport Appearance Package. They're not power folding, but the mirrors themselves do fold. Blind spot monitoring on the glass standard. Glass fills up the entire frame. All black trim for the window trim, also available for the XLT Sport Package. Black roof rails too. I'm liking the tints. The front tints, of course, are added on by the dealership, but the back tints and the hatch tints are all factory. I'll take a step back. Hopefully you can get a good idea of this SUV's side profile. I really like the post-refresh styling. I don't like all that plastic cladding. I wish we got rid of some of the plastic cladding for the wheel wells. It kind of looks like a government vehicle in my opinion. If you plan on taking the SUV off-road, the cladding should help when it comes to rock chips. It should also help in cities if people like to open their doors into your SUV. It'll help their door paint from staying away from your door paint. Anyway though, we get 4-door smart access. That's an appreciated feature for a relatively low trim Explorer, just an XLT. Push to open gas cap with easy fill. I recommend putting premium fuel in here for this turbocharged 2.3-liter 4-cylinder. Out rear, LED taillights. The turn signals are halogen. The reverse light also appears to be halogen. XLT badge. Shout out Ford of Port Richey for helping make this review possible. Blacked out Explorer emblem out rear. Ford right above that. LED third brake light. Shark fin style antenna. No moonroof here. It's just a base XLT outside of the high equipment group and the Sport Appearance Package. Out rear, we also get a tow hitch. Dual exhaust tips, full rear parking sensing. Speaking of the exhaust tips though, we'll take a squat back here, get a good look at them, fire up this 2.3-liter 4-cylinder, and hear how she sounds. All right, guys, that was the sound of the 2.3 liter EcoBoost turbo 4-cylinder sold by Ford for the 2023 Explorer. It sounds all right. It makes a very healthy amount of power at 300 horsepower, 310 pound-feet of torque. Enough to get this 3-row SUV weighing in a little bit under 4,400 pounds to 60 in the low 6-second range. I think Car and Driver tested it at like 5.95. And for a vehicle in this price point, that is impressive. Made it to a 10-speed automatic transmission. What you see is basically what we get. I like how the engine sits super low in that engine bay. Should help the handling out tremendously. We'll check that out once we take it out for a drive. Let's drop this hood right down. It's a very light hood too. Take one more step back, get a good look at the exterior styling before checking out the interior for this 2023 Explorer XLT with the high equipment package. Taking a step inside, again, smart access for all four. The interior, we get soft touch materials up top, ActiveX trim for the middle part of the door panel, and it is very soft premium feel. Auto one touch for all four, power folding mirrors, 4-way adjustable lock and unlock, 2 speakers on the door panel. We have an aluminum door handle too. Taking a step inside, we get the ActiveX seats, 2-tone contrast, and they're heated. Very comfortable, fully adjustable. You can recline, drop, lift, and slide, and we get lumbar control on the XLT. Taking a step inside, we can really check out this interior. Foot on the brake, engine start stop right here in the corner, and everything fires right to life. First thing we notice though, steering wheel, decently thick, no complaints. We have small 10-2 bolstering notch, the 9-3 fits decently in your hand. We have a small 6 o'clock spoke and 2 spokes on the side for both of the armrests. The horn area is rubberized. The horn itself, very aggressive sounding horn. We do get dual pane windows. I was not expecting to see dual pane windows on an XLT, but we do get them, and it's auto one touch, at least for the up front. Out rear, nope, not auto one touch, I apologize, but they're not labeled either way, so I figured they were all for auto one touch. Not a big deal though. On the left side of the steering wheel, volume adjustments and cruise control. On the right side, you can skip your songs, voice commands, and adjust the infotainment. Speaking of infotainment, right now we're looking at the song that's currently playing. You can see our average fuel economy, trip reset, tire pressure, and beneath that we have our off-road settings with pitch and roll. You can also adjust what you see. We have select screens, audio, phone, and overall settings with a display setup too. My personal favorite to look at all times will probably be either the song that's currently playing or the pitch and roll with a digital speedo right underneath. The tach goes to about 6,500 RPM. On the right side, the speedometer goes to 140. Gear that you're currently in, on the left side, coolant temperature. On the right side, fuel level. We don't get paddle shifters. There's no manual shift controls anywhere on this vehicle. At least I haven't found them yet. I'm sure most people that buy an Explorer XLT are not going to be playing around with the paddle shifters anyway, so not a big deal. The stocks have a satisfying click. Lane keep assist is on the stock, auto headlamps and high beams. The auto headlamps are to the left. We have fog lights too, power opening tailgate, and the interior brightness. Beneath that we have a fuse box, hood latch release. If you double pull the hood latch, just like BMW, you can simply lift the hood right up. There's no latches under the hood to mess around with. Nice feature in my opinion. We have this faux carbon trim running all throughout the center of this interior. The dashboard is all soft touch. That's a thumbs up by me. The touchscreen, we have an 8-inch touchscreen, no navigation. It's not a standard feature, but we still get Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, so definitely can't complain. Audio, phone, cool, apps, and the overall settings. You see all the overall settings that we have available here for the 2023 Explorer XLT. My personal favorites to look at all times will probably be audio, even though we're not currently playing any music for copyright purposes. Beneath that, hard buttons for the volume and skip controls, tune 2, hazards in the center, and we get this silverized plastic trim, which looks pretty premium. I definitely prefer this over a piano black. Beneath that, dual zone automatic climate control with heated seats and a heated steering wheel. That's an appreciated feature for an XLT. In here, we have a cubby, which exposes a USB-A port and USB-C port. 12 volt in there too, not quite sure how to open it. There you go. Good spot for a radar detector. No wireless charging pad, unfortunately. It is available as an option, it's just not a standard feature in an XLT. The gear selector controls the 10-speed automatic transmission. With low gear, we can check out the backup camera real quick. Very good resolution, guidance lines and trajectory, and standard rear parking sensing. Nice. Throw right back into park, it returns us to the home screen. Behind that, electronic parking brake with brake hold, traction control you can disable, and the drive mode select. The drive modes include normal mode, we get eco, sport, and tow haul. Additional modes include slippery and trail. We'll start the review off in normal mode, transition to sport, and you see what the differences are. 2 cup holders, you'll fit 20, maybe 24 ounce water bottles in there. Nice slot for a phone. We can shut this cubby right up. Behind that, no wireless charging pad here either. This would be a convenient location for it, but all just storage for a phone or whatnot. The armrest is very soft leather trim. The glove box space is impressive. We have this first tier, which will fit probably 2 iPhones. The glove box, you'll fit probably 5, maybe 6 single liter bottle of water, bottles of water. Very spacious console. It's not as spacious as an Expedition or an F-150, but obviously you wouldn't expect it to be. The glove box, you drop this latch, it's damped. It's pretty large. I'd expect you to fit 25 license plates in there. You'll fit a couple pairs of shoes if you're under a size 11, size 10 with no problem. One thing I don't like, you don't get an auto dimming rear view mirror. I mean, it's relatively frameless, so I can't really give them a thumbs down, but I feel like an auto dimming rear view mirror would be expected with an SUV with a base price around 40,000 bucks. The interior light is LED. Cool, no moonroof, doesn't come standard on the Explorer. We can take a quick look at the window sticker, see any features that I may have missed on this 2023 Explorer XLT rear-wheel drive with a 2.3 liter EcoBoost and 10-speed automatic transmission. Up top, you can check out all the standard features. Pause, take a look at all of those. Base price of $38,570. The high equipment group is $3,540. These aren't all the features for the equipment group. I'll leave a link right next to it to show you exactly what's available for this 202A. Beneath that, star white metallic tri-coat's an additional $795, but it is a beautiful color. $200 for the floor liners, $545 for the trailer hitch, $50 credit for the auto start stop removal, which I'm perfectly fine with. Get that out of here, especially if you're gonna give me a credit for it. $20 credit for the 4G LTE hotspot credit, about $2,000 for the XLT Sport Appearance Package. I'll leave another link, show you everything that's available with the Sport Appearance Package, but the main aspects are the 20-inch rims and the 255 wide BSW tires. Other than that though, $1,595 for the destination. We have $7,000 in total options, totaling us out at $47,000. Fuel economy, 23 mpgs, 20 in the city, 28 on the highway. So for a sub $50,000 SUV, barely creeping over 45 before destination, this is an impressive value. That's about it for the front seat though. Let's hop out back, see how much space is offered back there, as well as the overall quality of the materials. I hope I mentioned the dual pane windows for you guys. I'm pretty sure I did. That's a big feature for a sub $40,000 base price. Up top, out rear, we have soft touch. That's appreciated. The new Pilot doesn't even get soft touch in the back seat of their touring trims. So huge thumbs up to Ford. The ActiveX continues for the center, gushy soft even for the armrest. Nice grab handle, 2 cup holders. The top one could probably hold a 20 ounce, the bottom one should be able to hold a 24, and a 6-inch sub right next to it. Speaker, 2 speakers on the door panel. The seats are captain chairs, ActiveX 2-tone contrast. You can slide the seats and recline them. Taking a step inside, I'm a little bit over 6 feet tall, sitting behind my seat settings, and I still have plenty of space, at least 5-6 inches of knee room. We'll see if we can slide the seat back anymore. Oh wow, we can. Another 2 inches of knee room now. Plenty of room for my feet. I apologize for the glare. It is a really sunny day. I just wiped the lens off, so hopefully it's a little bit better, but headroom wise, I have plenty of headroom, at least 4 inches for my head. If you're under 6'8", you shouldn't have any problem sitting in the back of the Explorer, even behind your own seat settings. 3rd zone climate control. That's a really nice feature for a XLT 12 volt and 2 USB-C ports. Map pockets on both of the front seats too. The armrests are large, just like the Expedition we reviewed. These arms can fit full-size adult arms with no problem. The air vents blow directly into your face. Nice location. The interior light LED, hook for a suit or a dress. I like how they give us a grab handle too for the shorter passengers, making it easier to get in and out. That's about it though for the 2nd row of the 2023 Explorer. Let's hop out into the 3rd row, see how much space is offered back there. Before we can even do that, we're gonna have to lift the 3rd rows up. It shouldn't be too tough of a process. There's the seat, there's the headrest, there we go. Take a step inside, we get these little foot pans, so we don't have to dirty up the carpet too badly. Put the seat right back where it was, and in its original setting, I still have at least 1 inch or 2 of knee room. Not as spacious, of course, as the Expedition, but compared to my dad's 5th generation Explorer, this is monumentally more spacious. Headroom, I got at least 4 inches, just like in the 2nd row. Huge thumbs up for the Explorer's 3rd row seat. Now, outside of the space, it's really not that comfortable. I'm not a big fan of the hardness of these seats. Not at all. I wish they gave us more padding for the 3rd row seats, or at least padding for the armrest. We get a hook, cup holder. I don't see any USB-A or USB-C ports, but pretty spacious. I guess that's all you can really ask for a mid-size SUV. Thumbs up for the space, thumbs down for the hardness of the seat. But you throw kids back here, people that you don't really like, and they shouldn't complain, especially considering they have plenty of space. That's about it though for the 3rd row seat. Let's hop out into the cargo space. See how much space is offered back there. The 3rd row's up and down. So right here, we get an arrow that points towards the button. So you press the button, we have an auto opening tailgate or lift gate, which is nice. So with the 2nd row or 3rd row seats up, this is about how much space we would have. I know the cargo nets and stuff are probably in the way, but it's a decent amount of space, just as much space, I think, floor-wise as the Expedition we just reviewed, and we get some secret storage down below. So if you plan on keeping the third row up consistently, I'd recommend removing this tray completely and just using an extra foot or two of cubic trunk space. We can fold this third row seat down with the pull of a latch and just drop it down. Hopefully you get a good idea of the floor. You fold those second row seats down, well, 50-50 because there's only two of them. I'd expect you to fit up to an 80-85 inch TV back here. This is a very spacious SUV. We get a nice secret storage cubby right here in the corner. Throw some secret stuff in there, hide it away from all your other passengers or people that may enter your car. And we get a 12-volt back here too, so if you have a cooler that can be like refrigerated, you can plug it in, throw it in the back of your Explorer for long trips, and all your food's gonna be perfectly cold. We can drop the tailgate down. It doesn't give you a second, so make sure you step back before you press the button or you're gonna get duped in the head. That's about it though for this 2023 Explorer XLT. It's a pretty base Explorer XLT considering the options, but the equipment packages, it has two really cool packages. The high equipment group, great package, and the XLT Sport Appearance package completely transforms the way this Explorer looks. Performance-wise, let's take it out for a drive and see what it's got.
All right, guys, now just about seeing everything we need to see with the inside and outside of the 2023 Ford Explorer XLT with the 2.3 liter EcoBoost and some option packages behind it too. Let's take it out for a drive and see what it's got. My first impressions though, the steering is so much better than the 5th generation Explorer. I knew that from the Explorer ST review in this channel, but then again, that is an ST. It's sport tuned, so you'd expect the steering to be a lot better than my dad's old Platinum, but this is still a lot better than my dad's old Platinum Explorer, so it's great to see that Ford really made improvements where they needed to be improved. Take a step out here, try out some acceleration. The throttle's not overly sensitive, but leaning into it, oh yeah. Cool, it falls on its face hard after about like 5,500, but between 2 to 5 grand RPM, it pulls really well. Yeah, the gas pedal's a little light in the beginning. It's a heavy vehicle for a 4-cylinder. Handling, oh, it's good. The steering feels like absolutely nothing. I don't feel anything through the wheel. It's still better than the old Explorer. It's a lot more direct, but feel-wise, still not very good. We'll try it out in sport, see if it tightens up a little bit. Fix up this mirror. Probably should have done that before taking it out, but here we go. Ride quality. Good ride quality, comparable to the Expedition. I think it's a little bit stiffer than an Expedition, but not much. It's comparable. Turning radius, really sharp, guys. Wow, this is so much sharper than my dad's Explorer was. Wow, impressive. In city driving, you can make U-turns on tight streets with this thing. This is a huge improvement compared to the old Explorer, especially like the 3rd or like 2nd gen. But anyway, we'll take a step out here as soon as we get the chance, try an acceleration off the line, and I'll catch right back with you. All right, guys, off the line, we're not gonna put it into sport yet, but off the line on the gas. It takes a while, boost. Yeah, once the boost kicks in, this thing can move through the twisty again. It's sharp and direct, you just don't feel anything through the wheel. I gotta throw it into sport, see what the differences are. I probably should have thrown it into sport earlier. All right, we can try out a real world turning radius. It is so sharp. Okay, sport mode. We'll try out an acceleration off the line. Looks like nobody's behind us. Little brake torque. And let's go. There we go. Whoo! You look down, you're going quick, but again, it falls on its face. It pulls hard at first, but then you really feel that this is a heavy vehicle for a 4-cylinder. Steering feels good in sport, a little bit better in sport, not much, but definitely at least a little bit better. Ooh, over the bumps, the ride quality is fantastic. The old 5th gen had pretty good ride quality, but this has a better ride quality, especially considering how much better this thing can handle. Take a step out onto this multiple lane highway. We're still in sport mode. The throttle is more sensitive, but not by much. Half throttle. There we go. I don't know where the boost kicks in. Nice. Oh, and in sport mode, we get automatic downshifts too. That's pretty cool. All right, guys, stepping back out here on the gas. Ooh. Nice. Overall, guys, this is my first time driving a Explorer with a 2.3 liter 4-cylinder engine, and I didn't really know what to expect. I mean, I've driven the 2.3 liter engine in the Mustangs, and it's a beast. I've driven them in
the Bronco, and it's a beast. I've driven them in the Focus RS, and that thing's like a whole nother level of beast. And I've loved it every single time. I just didn't know what to expect with this 4,400 pound monster with just the 4-cylinder engine. It basically delivered to what I expected. I expected it to be reasonably quick, especially seeing the 0 to 60 times from Car and Driver were about 6 seconds, if not quicker, if they got a good launch. So I knew it was gonna be a quick car, but for daily driving, a vehicle this big shouldn't have a 4-cylinder engine. I stick by that belief, and I'm gonna stick to it my whole life. There's just not enough throttle response. Yes, once you get into boost, you feel power, but how often are you gonna be in boost? When you're in the city, you don't wanna drive over 2,000 RPM. You don't wanna have to constantly lean into the throttle. You want the power to be there as soon as you are ready to lean into the throttle. So it's gonna be a learning curve for people who live in cities. If you are used to big vehicles that don't even have turbochargers, you're used to like a 4-cylinder SUV, this will be a huge improvement to you. But if you're used to a 6-cylinder SUV, like a Pathfinder, an Infiniti QX60, this is not gonna feel anywhere near as responsive off the line. However, it will probably blow the doors off of it 0 to 60. So if all you really care about is at the end of the day speed and which vehicle is actually faster, definitely go with this one. But if you prefer that V6 throttle response, the instant feel when you lean into the gas pedal, maybe check out some of the other competition and see if you like it a little bit better. But if you just care about flat out speed, flat out bang for the buck, features per dollar, space per dollar, and looks, this is a good looking SUV that can handle phenomenally well, then I would definitely recommend checking out the 2023 Ford Explorer. It is a nice SUV, it is quick, and it's loaded with features for a base price under 40,000 bucks. Here, the way it sits at about 45,000 before destination, it may make sense to just option up to the limited, but still, the way it sits, this is a sweet SUV, and I would definitely recommend anybody looking for a 3-row SUV that just doesn't want to commit to the full size to check out the new Explorer and check out the XLT. And a big thanks to Zach at Ford of Port Richey for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to her inventory below. And if you're looking for a new car, SUV, or truck in the Tampa, Port Richey, Clearwater area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out and ask for Zach. And huge thanks to all you guys for watching. Had a great time making this video. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you've already subscribed, thank you so much. You guys know the channel is just not possible without you, and I really appreciate the constant support. But again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Leave a like too, it really helps me out the YouTube algorithm. That's how these videos get promoted to new people. Leave a comment, let me know what you like, let me know what you don't like. Leave a comment, let me know if there's any specific cars, SUVs, or trucks you want to see reviewed on this channel. Let me know what the trim levels are, and I'll definitely try getting those videos for you ASAP. But other than that, again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope all of you have a great day.